Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZIRK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we've got the new January title update. Now, this is going to address a lot of issues with mostly next-gen Madden, to be honest with you guys, but there is also some stuff that's going to be next-gen and also for current-gen Madden here, as well as, finally, the Spongebob mystery. I do want to give a shout out to Michael Rich for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, if you guys have not already seen my video that I did this morning, going over the playoff cards that were revealed, make sure you guys go and check it out because there were 14 playoff heroes revealed. By the way, I know I forgot to actually show Kenny Clark in that video, so apologies on that one. For some reason, I don't know if I didn't screenshot it or if I just didn't click over to show you the image for some reason, but forgot to show you guys Kenny Clark. But there are, I believe, going to be some additional reveals later tonight. So if there are some new reveals later tonight, I will go ahead and show you guys those players. Well, make sure you guys check out this morning's video to see all the playoff cards that were already revealed. But let's go ahead and get into this title update. So as you guys can see for the Madden NFL 21 Xbox Series X/S and PS5 versions, here are some key highlights. So there is a new Spongebob yard location. I'm meaning tweeted nonstop, even after I even talked about it, about the Spongebob pop-up. A lot of people are curious. I knew it wasn't going to be something with Ultimate Team. There is no way they were going to drop like a Spongebob player or something, right? But I was hoping maybe for like some unis or something. That would have been sick. It seems as though the Spongebob is just going to be a new yard location in the yard. So you guys can go ahead and check that out if you want to. There also is a second set of post-launch franchise updates. But as for some gameplay stuff, guys, a lot to do with zones. If you guys have watched any of my gameplays about next-gen Madden, you guys know like, zone is just so bad on next gen. Like, you cannot play deep zones. It is absolutely terrible. I would back corners up. I would shade over the top. I would pass commit, have them in a deep blue, literally back them up, pass commit, everything you could possibly do. Still get torched over the top. Just nothing you could do. So they did some tuning to deep zone defender logic to focus more on deep threats in their zone and less on shorter routes approaching their zone. They also made tuning to deep zone logic in cover 1 to react quicker to deep over, post, and any other deep crossing routes. They also updated the facing direction of deep zone players so they face the ball rather than just the line of scrimmage, which will help deep zone defenders turn in the appropriate direction when covering deep routes. Also, they made some tuning to fake out logic on inside release post routes, S-post. There was significant separation resulting from this release and cut when close to the line of scrimmage. This change prevents defenders getting faked out during this early segment of the route. They also added Gen 5 specific change of direction animations to locomotion, which will improve a defender's ability to transition from strafe to run quicker and smoother to help defenders get into position to play the ball quicker. Now, for me personally, like the number one thing, yeah, post routes and everything, those are going to beat you if you give your opponent enough time, depending on your coverage. But the number one thing that was just so frustrating for me wasn't even like people running route combinations. It was just strictly them streaking a wide receiver, and there's just nothing I could have done about it. So I have yet to actually play on this title update. By the time this video goes out, I believe the title update should be live. If it's not live, then it should be out very, very soon. The patch notes are actually up on EA's website, so they should be out by now. The title update should be out by now. This is hopefully going to fix deep zones, because at this point, I think everyone can basically agree that the current gen of Madden, the Xbox One versions and the PlayStation 4 versions of the game, it's just way better. It honestly is just way better with how things are, with the coverages, with the movement speed of the game. It's just not as fun. It really just is not as fun, especially when it comes to like running the ball. No one wants to be that clunky behind the line of scrimmage. Yes, is it realistic? Absolutely, but video games are about being fun, and that was just straight up not fun. You guys have told me you wanted me to go back to the previous gen, and that's what I'm doing with a lot of my gameplays. Also, tuning to improve turn and run to better anticipate vertical speed threats, tuning to allow faster top and strafe speeds for defenders in deep zones, extended the distance that a deep third can look inside when anticipating deep crossing routes coming from the opposite side of the field, fix an issue causing outside deep third defenders to leverage the #1 outside receiver too long, even when the receiver was no longer a deep threat. Also, a developer note here, we have made significant tuning changes to zone coverage, specifically deep zones, to better balance the deep passing game and increase anticipation of deep zone defenders. One thing to be aware of is that these changes only apply to defenders in zone coverage and will not impact match zone players after they have transitioned to man coverage on applicable match coverage plays. We will continue to monitor stats and feedback on both man and zone coverage towards future tuning updates, and thank you to the Madden community for the feedback on zone coverage. So again, I will say I have yet to play with this patch, but I really hope this does actually fix deep coverage, because that will at least make it a little bit better on next gen Madden for sure. Also, some general gameplay fixes. Two things that were big time issues and have been for a little bit now. The kickoff play clock exploit. So this is why the kickoffs are no longer in the game right now. They should be coming back though, because they fixed the issue, allowing the kicking team to remain at the play call screen indefinitely without having to call a play. This has been used as an exploit to force the receiving team to quit in order to get out of the game. Now the play clock will run down as it should and force the kickoff to be called when it expires. Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous that was actually in the game. And also the fair catch exploit that was on punt, fixed an issue causing the ball carrier to enter a state where he couldn't be tackled after fielding a kick or punt off the ground following a fair catch. Yeah. That was terrible. With this fix, any player on the receiving team who recovers a kick or punt following a fair catch will be able to get tackled. So, thankfully, special teams are back in the game. Also, there were some franchise updates. Now, the second set of franchise updates announced post-launch have arrived. You can check out the Gridiron notes for more info as well on this, but here are the key highlights. New commissioner controls. We have draft autopilot, assign autopilot during the draft. Kind of cool there. House rules dictate how many times a play can be called in a game and how long a player must wait before calling the same play again. Undo free agent settings, undo free agent signings in the off-season directly through the transaction log. Click on a signing and revert it to send the player back into the free agent pool. Team override settings. Commissioners now have the ability to turn on/off or allow users to keep individual settings for heat seeker tackling, ball hawk, and switch assist, and then personal logic improvement. New guidelines for CPU draft logic to assist teams and whether they should or should not have interest in drafting a first round QB. Now, also with some presentation, they just fixed an issue preventing the play clock from showing up on kickoff plays. That was it. Aside from that, you guys can see the previous gens, like PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. Yeah, so they got the key highlights, and then the franchise stuff, but like all that gameplay stuff was just for next gen. So that is the title update for today. I really hope that this actually fixed deep zones. If you guys have got to play with the new patch by the time this video is out, please go down to the comment section and let me know how the coverages are. Are the deep zones actually fixed? I really hope this does make them better. Hopefully not too overpowered to where you can't throw the ball deep or you absolutely cannot beat anyone deep, but if someone is backing up their defense by 10 yards, they're shading over the top and they're passing, like they absolutely know like a deep pass is coming, then yeah, I think you should be able to stop it. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. That is the title update. Let me know down below how it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.